to University Stadium, home of the Lobos of the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UAB Blazers. And the Lobos will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UAB's offense will have the football first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the...
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Saunders. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Blazers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught near the sticks, it's Saunders. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing, it's another thing. Great start for the offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Lobos offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary, and there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're in a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a bad job calling defense.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Blazers! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
Start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback adapting. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Just gets rid of it before the heat.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UAB. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Makes a move. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. To the air, it's Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in, it's Barry. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines.
UAB 21, New Mexico 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him, makes the big play down the field, and this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for just a second about UAB. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
He'll field the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Got a man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it.
He lobs one high down the left side. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, New Mexico.
Man, the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. That 3-touchdown lead has been cut to 7. The momentum has shifted, and now a chance to get it back on this drive. Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Roberts. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Back to pass on second down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Manning. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Blazers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Using the quick game. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. With the run on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to pull his way in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like you've got a great atmosphere today in Albuquerque. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at University Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Breaks into the open. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? The Lobos headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball.
Looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
And the Lobos line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Lobos have this offense rolling. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Wants to pass it. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get to him as he throws. Complete to the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Let's go! Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's in, completed. He's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Lobos had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. The momentum has been taken away. The 21-point lead is gone, and now in a tie game, let's see what they've got. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Saunders. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Gets the first himself. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Gain of
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. They're working that left side. Got some room to run. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? He's got it on the outside. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to throw again. Under fire. On target over the middle.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Bringing it back. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Here's the pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Blazers will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think
going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, New Mexico. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
28, UAB 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. From the gun, give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Second down coming up.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and